What if there's a world where you're living all the lives you could have had? In that world, I found the one I was meant to be with, the one person who was always meant to be part of my life, my love. It's a crazy idea, isn't it? But in our story today, we're exploring this wild idea, diving deep into the parallel universe. I'm not the person you're hearing right now. I'm someone different, someone other than the voice telling the story. I'm just a shadow, an echo of a person lost in the endless void. Stuck within the limits of my own life, I lived a safe, sheltered, and secluded life. I was a creature of habit, a slave to my own comforts. The everyday life was my safety, the routine my music. Every morning would start the same sun rays coming through my curtains, the same old coffee stirred, not shaken, the same old newspaper with the same predictable news. I was stuck in a loop, a cycle of predictability, the same old faces, the same old places, the same old stories, the same old glories. The safety of routine was my support, the reliability of the known my safety net. The fear of the unknown, the horror of the unseen, the dread of the unpredictable, they were my chains. Life was just an echo, a whisper of what could be, a sigh of what might have been. But I was content, or so I thought. I was satisfied, or so I believed. I was happy, or so I fooled myself. I was a shadow lost within the canvas of normality, a pale shadow against the colorful tapestry of life. But then one day everything changed. As the sun was setting on a regular Tuesday, I found myself walking into a bookstore, a place I'd never been to before. This wasn't any ordinary visit. It was something far from my usual routine, sparked by a strange urge to explore the world of books. The door creaked softly as I entered, revealing a world that was both new yet strangely familiar. There were high shelves filled with many books, their spines lined up like colorful soldiers ready for battle. The air smelled of old paper, the kind you only find in used bookstores, mixed with the strong smell of freshly brewed coffee. I looked around, taking in the eclectic atmosphere, when I noticed her. Amid the sea of books and the constant hum of the coffee machine, there she was, bright and lost in her own world, unaware of the world around her. Her hazel eyes were lost in the world of words, moving rhythmically from line to line, soaking up word with an intensity that was palpable. She was bent over a worn-out copy of a book, her fingers gently tracing the words as if they were a beloved song. She was a captivating sight, a girl lost in her world, enchanted by the power of stories. Her presence was somehow comforting, as if she was the bridge connecting my world with this new world I had stepped into. She was the kind of person who found comfort in stories and lives lived between the pages of a book. Our eyes met, and for a moment, time seemed to stop. Immediately, I was captivated by her. Amidst the ordinary of everyday life, she appeared as a fleeting glimpse of heavenly beauty. Her smile, oh her smile, it was an experience in itself. It was as though the sun had risen just to shine on us, casting a warm golden glow that seemed to light up the very air around us. Her smile was like the turning of a page, a change of chapters. Each time she smiled, it was as if a new chapter was being revealed before me, a chapter full of mystery, intrigue, and passion. It was a story that I was not only willing but eager to explore. But it was not just her smile that captivated me, it was her eyes. Those captivating eyes held galaxies within them, each one a testament to her depth, her spirit. They held stories waiting to be told, tales waiting to be unraveled. They were a world I found myself getting lost in, willingly drowned in their compelling pull. We started talking, our words intertwining, creating a symphony of conversations. Our stories, our dreams, our fears, and our hopes collided, painting a detailed picture of shared experiences. Every word from her lips was like a sweet melody to my ears, every pause, a beautiful silence that spoke volumes. The more we spoke, the more I realized that we were not just individuals that had met by chance. It felt as though we were characters in a story woven by fate itself, destined to cross paths. Our connection was immediate, the chemistry undeniable, and in that moment I knew I was completely and irrevocably drawn to her. I knew that whatever story we were about to write, I wanted to be a part of it. Every twist, every turn, every high and every low. I wanted to be a part of her story, her journey, her life. I instantly knew I wanted to be a part of this new chapter. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and before I knew it, I was in love. As the sun rose and set, as the moon waxed and waned, I found myself caught in the unexpected whirlwind of my feelings for her. Love wasn't a sudden, dramatic explosion that shattered the world as I knew it. Instead, it crept upon me, like the silent turning of pages in an engrossing novel read under a soft, comforting blanket at night. The love I felt wasn't some grand, poetic declaration to move mountains or part seas. It was something much more profound, much more personal. It was in the way her eyes sparkled with an unparalleled passion for literature. It was when she spoke about her favorite novel, her words blooming with such avidity and excitement that it was almost infectious. Like how a sunflower turns to face the sun, my heart naturally gravitated towards her. It was in the echoes of her laughter that filled the quiet bookstore we frequented. The laughter wasn't loud or boisterous, but a soft, melodious sound that brought a sense of peace into my tumultuous heart. It was the rhythm I found solace in, the tune I unconsciously hummed. And most importantly, it was in how her presence felt like home. Not a physical structure of bricks and mortar, but an emotional sanctuary, a safe haven. Her presence was comforting, familiar, secure, and warm. It was in this heartwarming feeling that I found my love, my home. But just as every story has a climax, ours was not without its trials. It was a journey painted with a broad spectrum of emotions. We had our moments of highs, but also deep lows. Moments when we felt invincible, like we were soaring on the wings of love. Yet there were times when we were consumed by the shadows of doubt, when fear covered us like a thick fog, blinding our path. The unknown was a constant companion, a silent, looming figure that danced at the edges of our shared dreams. Every challenge was like a mountain dared us to climb, a test of our resilience. Each tear we shed was a testament to the beautiful fragility of our human hearts. The heartaches were like deep trenches in our journey, separating us, yet serving as bridges to a deeper understanding of our shared destiny. The trials were harsh, but it was in these testing times that bond was forged, in the fires of adversity. A bond that emerged stronger, more resilient. The journey was fraught with suffering, but it was these very trials that added to the narrative of our love, enriching it, making it a story worth telling. Every tear, every heartache only made our bond stronger. And through it all, we found comfort, hope, and love in a parallel universe, a realm that existed beyond the realities of our existence. And in the end, it was the love we found in that parallel universe that led us back to each other stronger and more in love than ever. So was it fate, destiny, or the mysterious workings of a parallel universe that led me to her? Was it the quirky twists and turns of life that intertwined our destinies? Or was it a cosmic coincidence that guided us towards each other? Perhaps it was the subtle vibrations of the universe, responding to a yearning so deep within the confines of my soul, it pulled her towards me. Could it be our stars, our astrological charts that aligned perfectly, drawing us together with an invisible yet unbreakable bond, an inexplicable connection that transcended the realms of our consciousness? Or perhaps was it a preordained design of the universe, meticulously planned, carefully orchestrated by a power much greater than us? Could it be that every decision, every choice we ever made brought us closer to each other, paving the path for an inevitable encounter? Was it an echo of a prophecy whispered into the cosmic winds, a prophecy that was set in motion the minute we were born? The more I ponder, the more I'm intrigued by the inexplicability of it all. It is a riddle, a mystery that remains unsolved, an enigma that wraps itself around the very essence of our existence. It's a question that,